This is an emergency broadcast regarding a newly identified spatial anomaly. We advise all citizens to monitor the liminal spaces in their homes. A liminal space is a transitional area, a place of waiting, hallways, stairwells, and most importantly, closets. These spaces exist in a state of low observational frequency. They are rarely the focus of your attention. This has made them vulnerable. We have identified a phenomenon we are calling a dimensional bleed event. Your closet door, which you are certain you closed, is opening slightly every night. It is not a draft. It is not a faulty latch. It is a symptom. The fabric of space-time in that location has weakened, thinned by neglect and lack of observation. Your closet is no longer just a storage space. It has become a wound in reality. And another universe is beginning to leak through. The phenomenon exhibits a terrifying consistency. The door opens by the same amount each night. An inch, then 2 inches the next night, then 3. This is incremental intrusion. The process is slow, methodical, and patient. It is designed to normalize the impossible, to make the anomaly a part of your routine. You will close it, and the next morning, it will be open again, just a little wider than before. This incremental nature is a form of psychological warfare. It makes you question your own memory, your own actions. Did you really close it? Are you just becoming forgetful? The event erodes your trust in your own mind before it ever presents a physical threat. The first victim of a dimensional bleed is not your body, but your certainty. The act of you looking into the void confirms its existence within our reality, strengthening the bleed and widening the aperture. The more you look, the faster the door opens. Stage 2 is sensory contamination. As the aperture widens, other sensory data from the collapsed dimension will begin to bleed through. You will hear sounds from the closet, but they are not the sounds of a creature. You will hear the absence of sound, a pocket of silence so profound that it feels like a pressure in your ears. You may smell negative scent, the smell of nothing, a scent that erases other smells in the room. You may feel a thermal void, a coldness that does not radiate, but pulls heat out of the air. A cold that feels like it is draining the life from you. These are not presences. They are absences. They are the properties of a universe where everything has ended, and they are slowly infecting your own. The only known defense is observational reinforcement. You must reverse the process that created the weak point. You must flood the liminal space with observation. Leave the closet door wide open during the day. Turn on the light inside it. Spend time in the room, focusing your attention on the space. You must convince the universe, through your direct and sustained observation, that this space is a part of your reality, that it is occupied and claimed. You must treat the space not as a closet, but as a room. By refusing to let it be a place of neglect, you can strengthen the fabric of space-time, healing the wound. The defense is not a lock, or a barrier. The defense is your attention. If the bleed is not contained, you will enter stage 3, spatial distortion. The properties of the absolute void will begin to affect the room itself. The wall where the closet is located may appear to be slightly further away than it should be. The corner of the room might seem to curve in an impossible, non-Euclidean angle. This is because the collapsed dimension is not just leaking into our world, it is actively overwriting it. The physics of the dead universe are replacing our own, starting with the space closest to the aperture. Your bedroom is slowly being annexed by another reality. You are not just living next to a dimensional rift. You are living inside of it. The most dangerous aspect of the bleed is the lure. The human mind abhors a vacuum. The absolute nothingness of the void is so alien to our consciousness that our brains will try to fill it. You will begin to see things in the darkness of the closet. A pair of eyes, the silhouette of a person, a hand reaching out. These are not real. They are not creatures from the other dimension. They are projections from your own subconscious. Your mind's desperate attempt to give form to the formless. The lure is the event's most insidious trap. It convinces you that you are dealing with a monster, a tangible threat you can fight. But the truth is far worse. There is no monster in your closet. There is nothing in your closet. And the nothing is what's dangerous. Stage 4 is the invitation. The door will one day open completely. The sensory contamination will cease. The spatial distortions will stabilize. The aperture is now stable and large enough for you to enter. The wound in reality is no longer just leaking. It is now a doorway, and it is inviting you to step through, to leave the noise and chaos of our reality for the perfect absolute silence of the one that has already died. What happens if you enter? You will not die. You will simply cease to be. Your matter, your energy, your consciousness will be subject to the laws of the collapsed dimension, which is to say, no laws at all. You will unmade. Your atoms will unravel. Your thoughts will dissipate. You will become a part of the nothingness, an insignificant drop of information added to an ocean of absolute zero. You will not feel pain. You will not feel anything. You will be erased from the universe's ledger so completely that it will be as if you never existed at all. Your friends and family will not mourn you. They will simply have no memory of you. You will become a forgotten thought. This phenomenon is not limited to closets. Any unobserved liminal space can become a weak point. The crawl space under your house, the dusty attic you never visit, the guest room that is always empty, any part of your home that you have allowed to fall out of your conscious reality is a potential site for a dimensional bleed event. Our homes are extensions of our consciousness, the spaces we neglect, we are, in a very real sense, abandoning. We are creating tiny, forgotten pockets of reality. And these pockets are becoming infected. The threat is not an intruder from the outside. The threat is the empty spaces we create ourselves. The most terrifying implication is that this is a natural process. Just as old stars collapse into black holes, perhaps old forgotten spaces in a universe naturally collapse into these tiny voids. It may be a form of cosmic entropy, the universe's slow, inevitable decay into nothingness. The dimensional bleed events may be the first symptoms of our own universe's eventual heat death. Its slow slide into the same quiet, empty oblivion as the one leaking through your closet door. We are not being invaded. We are simply witnessing the end, one forgotten closet at a time. The nothingness is not coming for us. It is simply expanding to reclaim everything. This broadcast is a final warning. Pay attention to the empty spaces. Do not let your home have forgotten corners. Do not trust the silence that comes from a closed door. And if you find your closet door is open, even slightly, do not close it. Do not look inside. Turn on the light. Fill the space with your presence. Reclaim it. Your reality is defined by what you observe. This broadcast will now end. We leave you with this final, critical question. You closed your closet door this morning. Are you absolutely sure it's still closed?